Hi, my name is Jeremy Bren. I work in information technology and I'm a certified Scrum Master and certified Scrum product owner. I own JeremyBren.com, a blog aimed at helping those beginning or currently embarked on their own Agile journeys. With so much information about Agile, it's hard to get a wrangle on the practical side of things, so I decided to begin sharing my own successes and failures in project management, Agile, and Scrum. And if you're already here, you most likely already know the benefits of Agile. So instead, I'd like to share my journey with you. My journey begins in 2010. I just graduated from the University of Nevada, Reno with a bachelor's in psychology, and I was engaged in meaningful work as a mental health counselor for at risk youth. I was teaching things like openness and respect, and making a meaningful impact in my community. However, the economy in Nevada was at an all time low, and while I was lucky to have a career in my chosen field, things were not looking good for the group home I was at. On top of that, deep down, I felt something was off in my life. Maybe I was too comfortable with my routine, or I just hadn't adjusted to life outside of college yet. I wasn't sure. But I decided to borrow from that Australian Aborigines and go on a walkabout for a spiritual and emotional transition into adulthood. My walkabout was a 4 year enlistment in the United States Navy. My mind was set on humbling itself, and I felt that enlisting and starting from the bottom was the way to go. I'll be honest, I was scared and it took a lot of courage to sign that contract. But I made a commitment to myself, and I needed to do this. I served on a nuclear powered aircraft carrier, the Dwight D. Eisenhower. My ship, while underway and deployed, had a complement of nearly 6,000 people on board. We spent close to 2 years out to sea between qualifications and deployments, and I loved every single moment of it. Traveling the world, defending freedom and democracy. I was a radar technician on F 18 Super Hornets, and this is where I was first exposed to high performing teams and ideas like Six Sigma. I became interested in systems thinking and process improvement, and my supervisor encouraged me to attend the Six Sigma Yellow and eventually Green Belt class that we had in our airspeed division. I was hooked, and I began finding ways to improve the work center. And after our second deployment, my ship dry docked in Portsmouth, Virginia, and I was just promoted to Petty Officer Second Class, which is probably the best rank in the Navy. You have just enough authority to be given larger teams for projects, but not quite the singable, ringable neck. Not yet. This is where I carved my teeth as a deck plate leader. Each day we would have a stand up, go over the work for the day, and I would remove team impediments. It was my first gig as a scrum master, and I didn't even know it. After a few weeks, the team reviewed some of the common issues it faced and decided to make some changes in the way it worked. Everyone was tired of having to stay late just because there was some bottleneck in a process. With a little bit of creativity and thought, we soon became one of the leading teams in the division. We got so far ahead of our schedule that we were actually told to slow down. It was a good problem to have, though, and we were able to start helping out other teams. And, well, we still got to go home early, too. In the summer of 2014, my contract was up, and I opted to leave the military and return to Nevada to get another degree. I decided to study management information systems at UNR, just 3 weeks after leaving my command at Virginia. I'd always been good with technology, and I wanted to practice project management and process improvement. So I went back to mental health and worked full time as a counselor and as a full time student, too. I was usually scolded by my professors when they found out that I was working full time, but to be honest, 60 hours between work and school is nothing compared to 80-hour plus work weeks when you're deployed. You learn how to prioritize and execute. And before I knew it, I had graduated and got a second degree. In early 2016, I had a few job opportunities, but I decided to begin my IT career with the Nevada Department of Transportation. And I pursued my master's degree too. And I'm glad I did. I started in project management and I was officially introduced to Agile, because NDOT was also on their own Agile journey. Teams were exercising focus and balance. Not only did they build some great software, but they also had time to learn new technologies and frameworks. And 6 months later, I was identified as the person to start implementing Agile throughout the rest of IT. Whoa, I remember saying to myself, this is no small task. And I still felt like a novice. But I knew this was another time that I had to exercise some courage and commit to making our IT shop the best in the state. And NDOT today, well, nearly all of our sections in IT are using Agile in some form or another. I'm no longer a Scrum Master and I've moved on to some more technical roles, but I still coach people inside and outside the organization. And if you like this video, well, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and follow me on social media to share your own Agile journey. I hope you enjoyed mine. Thank you.